Okay, guys, so in this tutorial, we will be creating the control for the rig controls for our character. And we will start with the hands. But first and foremost, we need to do an important step here. I'm going to shift click the plus button here over the group on the mesh. In order to get to this view, remember you can press this button, the outliner view. So in the outliner, I'm going to select the main group, shift all the parts of the body. I'm going to select the whole character mesh, and then go into layers, create layer from selected, and let's name this layer mesh. Make it, I don't know, black. This is important because now I can press just this button and hide the mesh. We'll be working with the controls and the bones, and I don't want the mesh to be all over my work area because that might cause some issues later. So for now, I'm going to follow that very important step before starting up. Okay, now that's out of the way. I'm going to create a nerve circle. And with my circle created, I'm going to press Control G to group it. And if I go here in the outliner, I see that I have the group and a circle. I'm going to rename this. This group will be named group GRP underscore CPRL control underscore L underscore hand. So this will be the control group for my left hand. And the circle indeed will be control underscore L underscore hand. Okay. Now I'm going to pick my group. I'm going to pick the group, and I'm going to hide the mesh for now. And this circle, I wanted to snap it aligned to the bone of the left hand, left wrist. So I'm going to press V as in Victor, and with the middle mouse button, I'm going to make it go, snap it aligned to the wrist. And I'm going to change the scale on the 3-axis to 0.05 to make it super small. Right? Now, as you can see, if you pay attention, you'll see that the rotation of the control or the group, it's very different. The rotation both in the control or the group, it's different to the rotation of the bone. Right? I don't want this. I want the rotation of the control to be the same rotation as the hand so we can control it. So in order to do that, with the bone selected, I'm going to press Control and select the group here over in the outliner. And then I'm going to go to Constraint, Orient Option Box. I'm going to reset the settings and hit Apply. And as you can see now, the group, the control, and both the control and its group are now aligned properly to the bone. That's exactly what I want. I want it to be aligned. If I check the rotations, this is the rotation of the control, this is the rotation of the group, and this is the rotation of the bone. So the three, the bone, the group, and the control have the same orientation now. Now, since I want the control to be moving or to be dictating the orientation for the bone, not the other way around, I'm going to select this orient constraint and I'm just going to delete it. I just use it to align. I just use it to align the group to the orientation of the bone. Now that it's like that, I can select the group, turn on my mesh, go to my front view, and just put it out of the way, around there maybe. Just a little bit out of the hand so it's visible. All right. I'm gonna go back here. And now, again, my outliner view. And now one thing I want to do is I want to select, see how the group has all these rotations and translations in it. I'm not gonna use it to control the bone. I just wanted to use it to align the actual control, which is this one, to the bone. If I click on the control, you see that control is all zeroed out. That's exactly what I want, even though the rotation, the orientation for this, it's already settled. It's considered as its 0 position, and that's exactly what I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the control, not the group, but the control, and then shift select the wrist, the viewport. And with those two selected, I'm going to constrain orient again. And now, if I turn on my mesh and select my control, when I rotate it over the x-axis, see how it's dictating the rotation of the hand. So instead of going inside the bone and trying to select, I can just do rotations here. And you see the value. If I just type this value to 0, it goes back to the default position, which is exactly what I want. However, this control still has some other values, like translating y. I don't want it to be moved, or I just want it to be always at the same position related to the hand. So one thing I need to do is I'm going to leave it for now like that, but I'm going to hide the controls were here. I'm going to go and jump to the other side and do the same. So I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to create merge primitives. I'm going to create to make a circle. I'm going to group it, Control G, and as you can see, I have another group here. This will be named control underscore R as in right hand, and then this will be group underscore control underscore R underscore hand. Now with the group selected, I'm gonna snap it, snap it with middle mouse button to the wrist bone. In this case, the right one. And I'm going to change the scale to 0.05. Now with that done, I'm going to select the bone, select control, select the group here in the outliner, and then go to constrain, orient, and it's oriented right now. Okay, I'm going to delete the orient constraint because I want that this is just to align the control. I'm going to select the control, so turn on the mesh, and go to my front view, and just bring this guy out to a position similar to the one I used for the other one, the one on the left. So those are my two controls, okay? And now I'm going to make sure that this control, the control itself, select the control, and the control, after the control, I can shift, when I'm going to hide the mesh, shift click the wrist, and I'm going to constrain orient. All right, so now when I select the group, I rotate it and see how it's changing the rotation of the hand in this case. Now I don't want it to change the rotation. I don't want these two guys to rotate over this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to limit its rotation. First, I'm going to select the group. And with the first group, I'm going to select all translation and scale and visibility and all the attributes, right click with the mouse, and then lock and hide selected. So it's now only possible to be selected through the outliner, and we cannot move it or change it or anything. We can't do anything with it with the group. Same thing with the group on the other side. I'm going to select all the values, right click, lock and hide selected, and we cannot touch it. Okay. Now, as for these controls, I just want this axis, the x-axis, to be modifiable. Okay, I just want that axis to be the one that's modifiable. So I'm going to select this values, and then control, select the rest, right click, lock and hide selected. And now if I select this, notice how even though I try to rotate other angles, whenever I move inside the circle, it's only rotating on the x-axis. So now it's keeping the rotations. It limits the rotations to the x-axis. And if I want to go to the full value, I can just press 0, and it's zeroed out. All right. So that's that, and I have to select this other control for the other hand, and do the same. Select this, control, select all this, right click, lock and hide selected, and and one more thing I could do here is I could go here, delete the history. So I go to modify, and sorry, edit, and be very, very careful with this step. You're gonna go and select delete by type history, not delete all by type. If you go and delete all by type, you're gonna screw the skinning of the character we did on the other tutorials, and you're gonna mess up the rig. So you have to be sure, very sure, that it's delete by type history, because we are only deleting the history on this control. Okay. I'm going to select the other control and do the same, edit, delete by type history. All right. So that's that, and we'll stop this tutorial over here, and we'll continue on the next one, building the arms and the legs. Thank you.